I even looked into a church.
Oh, okay.
When I was doing K-Prep on my own a long time ago, they just let me use it on Sundays.
Oh.
Just because it was like a Korean-owned church. I'm Korean.
Right. Hey guys, welcome back to Excel Media. I'm Jack.
I'm Phil, and in this video, we're going to be talking about how to set up a successful meal prep business.
Let's get started.
Let's get into it, guys.
All right, so how do we set up Asian fit meals? Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's talk about all the things that you guys need to do, the steps you guys need to take.
Right.
First things first, you got to get some protection.
Yeah,
right?
Make sure you're legal, guys.
Yeah, protect your business, protect yourself and your assets.
Exactly.
Right? Food's like a sensitive thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to mean that you got to get insurance.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get an LLC so that, if God forbid you get sued,
right.
They don't sue you, they sue the LLC. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're protected from that.
Extra layer.
Exactly, extra layer. And then insurance is also going to help. You can just look up any kind of like food safety insurance and what you call it. You want to make sure that you have a Class B kitchen or like a certified kitchen.
Right.
And like for us, we have a kitchen in Eastville.
Yeah.
Right?
So for us, we sort of lucked out in this as well because my parents at the time were running they still are running the Wok, a Chinese fast food takeout place. So that does happen to have the Class B and above kitchen in the back,
right.
A commercial grade kitchen. And so all our food is prepped there for, every single day.
Yeah.
Or every single week,
that,
I guess.
the cottage food laws, that you could just use that to cook out of your own kitchen.
Right. You don't want to do that just because your own home kitchens does not have the proper appliances or the safety or the guidelines that's up to par with, your local city or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly that. And, you can't, for example, for the cottage foods laws, you can't cook meat. You can't cook anything and sell it to any customer.
Right.
You can only sell like things like nuts, snacks,
I see.
like popcorn, things that that aren't made in your house. Kind of like just kind of fondled with a bit, not cooked in your location. Yeah. So make sure that you find a kitchen around your area. It's really easy to find. You can just kind of Google it. People are really willing to let you rent it out, especially on off hours.
Right, exactly.
And it's a win-win for them.
Exactly.
Right?
Brings me to a point that I did read on a startup story about other meal prep companies.
Oh, yeah.
How they did it is, either they rented out commercial kitchens on the weekends or they partnered up with another restaurant, a small restaurant that doesn't use their kitchen, say on Sundays or at nighttime, or straight up just be like, hey, we'll cook profits. How about we go into business together?
Exactly, that works too. Yeah, some people even charge like $20 a day. I even looked into a church.
Oh, okay.
When I was doing K-Prep on my own a long time ago, they just let me use it on Sundays.
Oh.
Just because it was like a Korean-owned church. I'm Korean.
Right.
And they just, just sometimes I have to serve food, for example.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be free. So maybe try going to your local church and ask them, hey, like maybe I can cook some foods for the weekend, and at the same time I'll like make sure that I can utilize my own business at this church on a Sunday or on off hours.
Right. So that comes down to like you really have to leverage your networks and important part, always ask. Yeah, you won't know if you don't ask.
Just work the Google machine.
Yeah.
Just work the Google machine, exactly. And just make some calls and you guys will be good to go. So that's basically it. You can just Google this information. It's really easy to kind of get, just get your licensing down, get your insurance and get that LLC. It's going to kind of cost you a bit, but if you're going to be doing this for the long run, man, it really boosts your income for like not that much work.
Right, exactly.
And you can really scale this business in the future, which we're working on, right? So the second thing is finding a food distributor. Right?
Yeah,
and
so
you kind of know more about that, right?
Again, for our situation, we were very lucky that my parents are running their Chinese takeout. So they already had their established food distributors. They go to their local Chinese food distributors, the Asian ones, because we are doing Asian meal prep. So it does caters to the Asian crowd. But for anyone else, it's really easy. Go to Google, just type in local food distributors. You'll have plenty of options. Just weigh your prices, what you think is right. Obviously, don't just look at prices. You also want to look at the quality of the food, right? Exactly. It could be cheaper chicken breast, but hey, if it comes like it doesn't taste as good, you're probably better off buying the more expensive one, right?
Yeah. I mean, in Walnut alone, there's 2 food distributors that I used to go to. Super easy. Just fill out their form on the website. Within like 5-10 minutes, you're already you're approved.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you register on Yelp, your business, sooner or later in a couple of days, all of them will call you up. I promise you, they'll call you. They're going to be like, can we provide you with our services? So this is our price list. Come on, let's do business.
Daniel from Cisco, man. I'm talking about you, man.
POS systems, chicken breast, beef.
Everything. They got
everything.
Yeah, and they're good prices too. They want to help out. I know two people in this plaza. This is my gym that we're in right now. Mm-hmm. Two people in my plaza use Cisco, and they've actually got that text message and used him. Fortunately, we already have one, so we didn't, say yes to him. But they're willing to help you guys out.
Exactly.
Business for business. You know what I mean? It's a good deal. So it's not like Yelp where it's like a scam, right? They're actually there to help you out, right? They're actually there to help you out, and it's actually a good deal sometimes. So like you said, if you just put it on Yelp, put your listing up, they will kind of contact you anyways. So it just comes to you naturally. Yeah, definitely. So now that we got that down, the food, you got to get your recipes down. Gotta get your recipes.
Right.
And a tip here is don't just make it healthy food. Right. Have a niche within that niche, right?
Yeah, exactly. We really dug in, right? Mm-hmm. And inside of the niche of meal prepping, which is a healthy category, we dug more into our area of the Walnut District.
Exactly.
And we're more catering towards the Asian minorities.
One, because Asian food is all we know how to cook.
Yeah, right? We already know, we're Asian.
We know how to cook. I'm Korean, he's Chinese, right? So
daily basis.
That's one. Second, I know my demographic here. I've been doing business here for 6 years, so I know who my customers are, and I know that they love Asian food. Right. So our niche is just Asian healthy meals.
Yeah.
With high protein, low carb, and that does really well in this area, especially with the marketing that we do, which we will talk about in part number 2. Right. So get your recipes down, at least 10. And then keep working on bringing new recipes so that the clients don't get bored and that you get good retention out throughout your business.
Right. You always want to think from the customer's perspective. The recipes, you got to eat it. Be really real with yourself. Is this something that you want to eat week after week? Mm-hmm. Because after all, it's meal prep. You can have your 10, you can have your rotations. But after the end of the day, there's only so many. And you got to make sure yours is good enough that people, reminisce about it and want to eat it again.
Exactly. So that's really the key. We have Japanese food, we have Thai food, Chinese food, Korean food on the menu. These are really enticing dishes that I would love to eat every day, and we make it macro friendly, and it's going to be what the clients want, and it's making them lose weight, right? And so that's all you really have to do. Get a good menu down and make sure that there's a lot of variety so that your customers never run out of options.
Right.
And that's really the key to making them stick to your sales, right? To your marketing.
Right.
Is to just make sure that they're getting bombarded with new recipes.
So
that's really the key right there, right? So after you've done all that, it's now time to set up the website.
Yeah.
Right? So web design, make it as simple as possible. Me and Jack I think we did a really good job on this.
Yeah.
Attention spans of human beings now are estimated to be 6 seconds.
Right.
So you got 6 seconds to make that sale. Best way to do that, right at the top, order now.
Yeah, exactly. Right? You want to make sure when they land on your homepage that you have enough, CTAs, call to actions, for them to, navigate your page. Because if there's nothing to click, there's no actions or anything, no buttons, then they're going to get bored and they're going to divert to another page,
and
right?
most of all, they're going to be confused and they don't know what to do if they're confused. So make it as easy as possible. Jack did a great job on the homepage where he has 3 GIFs or GIFs.
Right.
or 3 whatever.
Highly
GIFs,
debatable.
Right? Highly debatable, but each one tells you, click order now. Second one, choose your meals. Third one, get your meals.
Right. You really want to walk them through it. Make it as simple as possible. You don't want there to be any delays or questions in between. Because if there is, that's a potential of losing that client.
Exactly. High potential.
Right.
Very high potential. Just make it as simple as possible. Find a way. We use Squarespace.
Right.
We like Squarespace because it's really customizable.
Yeah.
And it does a really good job at making.
Sponsor us, Squarespace.
Yeah, Squarespace. We're waiting, man. We've been using you guys for years.
We pay so much money every single month.
Man. You gotta sponsor us.
Time to return.
Yeah. Squarespace it's super easy to do. Right?
Yeah.
It's super easy to make. And so that's really it. You can kind of check out the website. We'll kind of put it right here out, or maybe right here. I'll kind of put a little screen of how our website looks, and you can just kind of watch it over, or just go to AsianFitMealsWalnut.com.
Yeah, AsianFitMealsWalnut.com or AspireFitnessWalnut.com.
AspireFitnessWalnut.com. Those are both our websites that we use to generate sales. and get our leads to really convert.
Right.
And it really works, guys. The simpler, the better, and the more efficient you get them to that order now or that lead magnet page, the more sales you can make. And that's like really it. And obviously, you know, we have lots of videos on websites, and you can check out our last one. So you can just look on that for the About Me page, the home page, the contact page. That's all the basics you really need to know. So yeah, that's it. That's really what you need to do to set up a meal prep business.
Awesome. And if you have any comments, leave them down below. And honestly, we will really appreciate it if you give us a subscription.
Like the video. And next one, we're going to be talking about how to market a meal prep business, which is really everything in a meal prep business. So make sure to check that one out, guys. That's going to be loaded with information. That's really what the value is for this video series.
Awesome. Yep. See you guys on the next one.
See you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.